Eddie Stobart's 2,000 trucks are some of the hardest working on British roads.
It's getting to the point that I can't go any further without dropping into the sea.
Every day they cover the distance round the Earth 24 times, making deliveries every 5 seconds.
There's no place for second place. There's only one, and that's the winner who gets there.
Life on the road is never easy.
Oh, bloody hell. They've shut the road.
This is shocking.
I've got Benz that you probably don't want to put your missus' car round. Come on!
But they wouldn't have it any other way.
This is top notch. I'm king of the road at the moment.
Get in there.
Sit back and enjoy the flight.
Coming up, one driver has a good crack delivering Easter eggs.
For all intents and purposes, I am the Easter Bunny.
Danger man Mark shows off his battle scars.
I ended up with full thickness burns, having skin grafts. Even the best tanker drivers, they all have accidents.
And Stobart's Slovakian sweetheart swaps her forklift for a juggernaut.
Look at the size. It's great, isn't it?
Haulage company Eddie Stobart relies heavily on its army of 1,000 trampers who work, eat and sleep in their trucks. They start their week not knowing where in Britain they'll be sent to and can be away from home up to 6 days at a time. It can be a lonely existence, and some find it a struggle to get used to. But there's one trucker who's never happier than when he's behind the wheel.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Mark in his Stobart truck.
33-year-old Mark is one of Stobart's happy chappies. With 10 years of tramping under his belt, he's used to the itinerant lifestyle.
It's all part of being a diesel gypsy.
But he's got a constant reminder of home on the front of his wagon.
It carries my daughter's name on it at the end of the day, so I don't like looking crap. Clean truck means a good day.
It's Monday morning, and Mark and Phoebe Grace are reporting in for duty at Stobart's Crick Depot in the Midlands to start their working week. And who should Mark bump into but his best buddy and fellow tramper, Matt Eakins.
I do look after you, you know what I mean?
Despite life on the road all week, these two are as thick as thieves and manage to stay in constant contact.
Yeah, me and Matt got back a long way. Well, we're on the phone 24/7, really.
Before Mark heads off on his first delivery, he can't resist playing a prank on Matt.
I always find that my wipers are all like this. Together. He'll probably swear at me and call me a
Is this that Mark? It is, isn't it? What else has he done? So I'm going to slap him. I'm going to slap him. Has he gone yet? Is this you? He's an absolute tart. I'm going to get you back for that, son.
Bye-bye now.
As well as having no clue where they'll be spending the night, trampers rarely know what they'll end up with in the back of their trailer. Mark's being loaded with 12,000 bottles of shower gel, and it's destined for his least favourite city, London.
London Drive it's a different world. Everything's go, go, go in London. There might be a few swear words. Sorry, Mum.
The city is the toughest assault course any British truck driver can take on. Congested streets, restricted zones, and an army of eagle-eyed traffic wardens add up to a whole lot of stress.
This is where the red mist kind of descends.
Mark is heading 105 miles from Crick, down the M1, through East London towards the Blackwall Tunnel and onto the gritty South London streets for his drop in Bermondsey.
At the minute, it's moving quite well, but that's the famous last words.
Mark's not even hit the city centre before London drivers start winding him up.
I mean, he's overtook me, and now he's going chuffing 35 miles an hour. The wonders never cease.
His next challenge is getting under the River Thames.
Now, obviously on the A12, we're coming up to the famous Blackwall Tunnel. You can see already the roads are narrowing now. They're going to narrow even more as we go through it.
The Blackwall Tunnel stretches almost a mile under the capital's river, and apart from the Woolwich Ferry, it's the only way to get over or under the Thames in an HGV without special permission.
You can see how close I am now to the barrier on the side. I'm only inches away from it.
Mark needs to have his wits about him as he tackles this bendy tunnel. If he gets stuck here, he'll cause traffic mayhem.
If I make a sudden movement, I'm either going to hit a car outside of me or I'm going to hit the barrier with my mirror. But we passed, we're through it.
Mark's made it through the tunnel unscathed, but now it's into deepest, darkest South London.
Basically driving blind now because I've never been down these roads here before.
Low bridges, tree-lined avenues and a delicate Victorian sewage system mean many of London's historic streets are restricted from large and heavy trucks.
I can't go straight on.
Phoebe Grace and her trailer are 54 feet long and with her load weigh around 26 tonnes.
Basically, I've got a sign right in front of me. It's 7.5 tonne strict. I'm 2.5 miles away from my delivery, so I can't go down that road. Back in on the A2.
Going through Greenwich seemed like the perfect shortcut to Mark's drop-off point. But he failed to realise it's a World Heritage Site and a truck-free zone. He's got no choice but to make a hair-raising about turn through a public car park to get back onto the A2. The last thing he needs right now is a phone call, but sure enough.
Hello?
Hello, mate. Is that Matt?
It is, yeah.
Did you phone customer services?
Ages ago, mate.
But it's just his mad mate Matt, disguising his voice and paying Mark back for his earlier prank.
Matt! You ass! You find your moments to ring, don't you? Right, dude, I'm going to let you go because I'm just going down the street now. It's a bit tight.
All right, chat me out later.
All right, mate, I'll speak to you in a bit.
Mark's back on track.
We are on the road for the delivery, and as you can see, I was a mistake. What do you reckon of that? Do you think that's the first floor flats or the second floor?
But his drop-off point is proving elusive.
291 Southwold Park Road. And 291 is a bloody key cutting centre. So I think somehow they've got the address wrong.
Mark pulls over to see if customer services can shed some light on where he's supposed to be going.
Hello, welcome to the Eddie Stobart non-conformance line. Please record a brief message after the tone.
Hi, it's Mark Dixon, Fleet 4500s. I'm come to RGS Limited, well 291 Southwold Park Road is a key cutting shop. You're in back, cheers, bye-bye.
With no instant answers, Mark decides to risk getting a £120 parking fine and sets off on foot to do his own detective work.
I've just been in there and asked him if they've heard of this place, and right enough he's told me, basically, see the other side of that wall there, that's where we need to be. My truck won't go down there, so let's go have a wander.
After a 100-mile battle down the M1 and a circuitous detour around the streets of London, Mark's finally getting warmer.
Now we are at RGS Limited, we found it. And I take it you're the bloke, yeah?
Yeah.
No worries. I ain't gonna get my truck in there, obviously.
No, we're doing that then.
The busy road Mark's parked on means the easy access curtains on the side of his trailer will be out of action. So the shower gel will be making a slow but safe exit through the back doors of the trailer.
It's nice delivering small places like this, to be fair. I mean, when you first do anything, how the hell am I going to deliver this?
That's right, but never get that hard thing up there.
Despite his reservations about London, Mark's made a new friend and is beginning to see the positive side of the city.
But in all fairness, it makes a change for me delivering to big distribution centres. It's nice to have, like, just a one-on-one, do you know? It's none of all the health and safety and all the market that goes on nowadays.
That's right.
But no, thanks a lot, mate, and hopefully I'll see you again sometime.
Yeah, good luck.
See you, mate. Take care, mate.
Cheers.
The start of Mark's week hasn't turned out so bad after all. Coming up, Mark heads out to the West Country, hoping for an easier ride on the rural roads. But he's in for a tough time.
I've got bends that you probably wouldn't want to put your missus' car around. That was tight. Jesus Christ.
Tanker driver Mark Ashurst fears for his safety as he delivers for a rival haulage firm.
I'm sure somebody shot at me there, you know.
And one Stobart driver's like a kid in a sweet shop when he takes on a load of Easter eggs.
You can't beat the smell of chocolate. I don't care what anybody says.
Eddie Stobart trucks are thirsty beasts, doing just 9 miles to the gallon, adding up to a £100 million fuel bill. To save a small fortune in delivery costs, the company owns 3 tankers to deliver the fuel directly to the depots. It's been such a success that Stobart has started making even more money out of them by delivering fuel for other haulage firms, including some of their arch rivals.
Trucking industry's always been dog eat dog. I mean, it's you can put a quote in for jobs cheaper than everybody else. That's how you get your work, innit?
44-year-old Mark Ashurst has been one of Stobart's tanker drivers for 2 years, but with a career spanning 3 decades, he's seen and done it all.
I've worked on industrial waste, chemical tankers, fuel tankers, Manchester Airport refuelling aircraft.
Today, Mark is at Ellesmere Port Refinery, filling up his tanker with 7,500 gallons of diesel, enough to fill up 55 gas-guzzling trucks. And today, those trucks belong to one of Stobart's main competitors, haulage firm W.H. Malcolm.
It's first time this, so I don't know how they're going to react to us. Might be friendly, might be throwing bricks at us.
From Ellesmere Port, he's travelling 50 miles to Preston in Lancashire. And then, after a quick refill of his tanker, he's off to Northwich in Cheshire for his final delivery of the day. Mark's tanker is called Alexandria 21, and being one of only 3 Stobart tankers in the country, she's a bit of a crowd pleaser.
Everybody waving? Always happens. You get everybody, all kinds. You get young kids, old people. It's surprised how many people actually recognise a Stobart truck. I just think it's part of daily life now.
It's a Stobart tradition that drivers wave at their adoring fans. But with a coachload of school kids, he's got his work cut out.
Surely when he struck in a minute. That'll get him with his mother well, won't it? You can just imagine her telling him off now. That's all you want, telly.
With such a dangerous load on board, Mark needs to keep his mind on the job.
Accidents do happen. I mean, even the best tanker drivers, they all have accidents at some point or another.
And he's got the battle scars to prove it.
I ended up with full-thickness burns having skin grafts.
Being in such a perilous profession means Mark seeks a little help from his spiritual side.
I've got my little dream catcher at back there, and then I've got this above my head here, this little blue Turkish eye, I think. The real ideal, he calls me the trail gun. I think he thinks I'm a bit strange or something.
Mark's minutes away from rival haulier W.H. Malcolm.
Malcolm's in here. Straight in a second on left. Thanks a lot.
A Stobart truck inside a Malcolm's yard is a rare sight.
You've got to wonder what they're all thinking. Can even forklift driver over there's looking. We'll see.
Although he's deep behind enemy lines, battle-scarred Mark takes it all in his stride and reports to the office to hand over his paperwork before emptying his tank. Alexandria 21 is made by German truck manufacturer MAN, and with the tank is worth 150 grand. Her double-skin tank is split into 6 separate compartments, meaning she can carry 6 different types of fuel at the same time. Each compartment needs to be unloaded individually. Gravity pulls the fuel out of the tank, then it's hydraulically pumped along 55 feet of reinforced hose at a rate of over 150 gallons per minute. Luckily for Mark, he's completed the job with only light damage sustained.
I'm sure somebody shot at me there, you know.
Mark is soon on to his next delivery 40 miles away in Cheshire. It's a high-pressure job, and every driver needs a release. And Mark keeps his on the top shelf of his cab.
That's with drawing pens. Well, it's just something what I do when I'm sat waiting or perked up at night when just chilling out after I've finished.
Mark is a secret doodler.
Some people like watching telly and I just like doodling. Chills you out a bit, you know, I've always done it.
Mark has arrived at trucking firm Jack Richards & Son.
I'm all right.
He's done this delivery before, so he's already on good terms with friendly yardman Pete.
I've had this driver 3 times. He's a good lad. How good as they come. Yeah.
Pete tells Mark which tank he needs to fill up.
Number 3.
OK, mate, me all right, crack on, yeah?
Yeah, crack on.
Mark dons his safety goggles and gloves, and he's ready to unload.
So now I'm going to connect these little holes.
Onto here.
This is the big moment. See whether it leaks or not.
Unloading 7,000 gallons of fuel takes around 45 minutes, but safety-conscious Mark needs to be extra vigilant.
My worst nightmare at the moment would be if we had a spillage here. The mess it caused, you just wouldn't believe.
But Mark's a pro, and not a precious drop is spilt.
Basically, we're finished. All done. Quicker than putting it in with a bucket.
Another one done.
Inspired by Pete's friendly face, Mark can't resist retreating to his cab for a quick doodle.
I'm going to draw a little picture of Pete. I don't know if I like it, but we'll give it a go, eh? Brightens your day up a bit, doesn't it? You know what I mean? I've always been into drawing. I mean, when I was at school, it was probably the only subject what I actually enjoyed doing, you know. You're probably not like this when it's you. I think anybody else that, but... So that's pretty much Pete, isn't it?
And now for the verdict. What will Pete make of Mark's masterpiece?
How are you now, my friend?
Am I right, are you?
Yeah. All done, Jared Richards.
Like a mirror?
Hey, it is. Hey, very good. Wasted on this, Joe, are you? Brilliant. Very good.
OK, mate.
OK, then.
I'll see you later.
See you again, see you.
Seemed pleased, didn't he? At least he didn't throw it at us, did he? You know what I mean?
So, as well as creating a work of art Rolf Harris would be proud of, Mark once again has kept the fuel pumping through the veins of the UK haulage industry. Stobart has contracts with some of the biggest multinational companies in the world. A major client is one of Britain's leading confectioners, and in the months prior to Easter, much of the workload at Stobart's Barden depot near Leicester is dedicated to getting the supermarket shelves stocked with chocolate eggs.
To all intents and purposes, I am the Easter Bunny without the costume. I draw the line at dressing up like a bunny.
43-year-old John Skingle has been with Stobart for 3 years, but he's been a tramper for just 8 months.
Welcome to where I live. It's compact. That's not good for anybody trying to put their trousers on in the morning.
John is a family man with young children.
Easily and by far and away the worst point of my particular job is being away from the family. I start work normally at 4 o'clock on a Tuesday morning, and I won't see home then until Saturday afternoon. And it was definitely the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
Despite his reservations about the tramping lifestyle, John's got a strong work ethic.
And my friends know me as Mr. Precision. I hate being late. There's nothing worse than being late. I like to think you can set your watch by me.
Today, John's at Stobart's Sherborne depot near Leeds, where he spent last night. He's one of 6 Stobart drivers dedicated to delivering products for confectioners Nestlé. And he's in for a treat, as he's collecting 4,000 Easter eggs from the chocolate factory and delivering to a major supermarket warehouse.
I is starting the day quite happy, and we'll see how that happiness quotient drops as the day goes on.
And Mr. Precision is determined to be on time.
I don't want to be the reason why, when little Johnny goes to Sainsbury's or Tesco's or Morrison's, that there's no Easter eggs on the shelves.
The first leg of John's journey involves hopping 34 miles from Sherborne to the chocolate factory in Halifax, where he'll pick up his special cargo. From there, it's 100 miles to Stobart's colossal confectionery warehouse in Barden near Leicester, before travelling a further 90 miles to a supermarket distribution centre in Scunthorpe. But his journey's grinding to a halt.
Welcome to life as a trucker. Look at this.
John is driving a very special truck. It's one of 6 in Stobart's 2,000-strong fleet that runs on liquid natural gas.
We're driving an eco-friendly truck, delivering friendly items. Easter eggs in a green fashion. It doesn't get any better than that.
The Volvo FM dual-fuel eco-truck might be green, but it comes at a price, 100 grand. But savings can be made on fuel, which costs a third less than diesel. Liquid natural gas produces 15% less carbon emissions. But there are only 4 filling stations in the UK that serve it up. Handling the fuel carries risks. Stored at minus 162 degrees centigrade, any contact means serious injury.
Halifax is a fairly old city. A little bit twisty, a little bit turny.
The historic industrial town of Halifax has been home to one of the oldest sweet factories since the 1890s. But these ancient streets are playing havoc with John's timekeeping.
Probably be faster if we got out and walked. Time is slipping through our fingers at a fairly rapid rate at the moment. Ah, nicely done. Thank you very much. Oh, there we go.
Having dealt with the morning rush hour, there's just a tight bend between John and chocolate heaven.
The factory we will be turning up at very soon is where the Easter eggs are made. So you can't beat the smell of chocolate. I don't care what anybody says.
The chocolate factory produces a whopping 30,000 tonnes of the stuff a year, including 20 million Easter eggs that come off the production line at a rapid rate of 130 a minute. Liquid chocolate arrives by tanker, then it's injected into egg-shaped moulds, before being wrapped, boxed and sent down a conveyor belt to John's waiting truck.
In this trailer, we have thousands and thousands of Easter eggs. It's a good day to be a driver.
But John's day is about to take a downward spiral. His truck is low on fuel.
With all the faffing around I've been doing, we are swiftly running out of gas.
John's keeping his eye on the green light on the dashboard. If it goes on, he's in trouble.
I'm always worried about running out of gas. When we're running low on gas, we will more than likely drive past numerous service stations to get to the one that's got what we need.
After the break, will the egg run crack up if John doesn't get to his gas in time?
The needle is well underneath the empty mark, so we have got to be running on fumes.
And Mark Dixon's heading to Cornwall loaded with booze.
Yeah, what people would love to know what's in the back of my trailer, bit of a party bus.
In Halifax, Stobart trucker John Skingle is playing the Easter Bunny, having just picked up 4,000 eggs from a chocolate factory. He's driving a specially environmentally friendly Stobart truck that runs on liquid natural gas, and he's running dangerously low on fuel.
I'm always worried about running out of gas.
In the whole of Britain, there's only 4 service stations that sell natural gas. John is now 15 miles away from his nearest one near Wakefield.
When we're running low on gas, we will more than likely drive past numerous service stations to get to the one that's got what we need.
If the worst happens, the light on his dashboard will go green and the diesel tank will kick in. This will cost Stobart an extra £1.72 per gallon compared to the gas. And it will churn out harmful emissions.
I want to be the environmentally friendly green bunny. You don't see many green bunnies, and we still have no green light. And yet the needle is well underneath the empty mark, so we have got to be running on fumes.
But John has spoken too soon. The green light has come on just a stone's throw from the filling station, and the truck has now switched over to run on diesel. As he pulls into the filling station, he's got to get to the tank, and fast, but there's a driver blocking his path.
That's not what we want. Nice gentleman in his car parked right in front of the gas point. Right, stage 1, diesel. Stage 2, get that nice man down there to move his car out of the way. Stage 3, fill up with gas.
10 minutes later, with his backup diesel tank filled up, it's over to the gas. Filling up with this stuff is a perilous practice, and John needs to get kitted up in safety gear for the job.
Seriously, how attractive do I look with these on?
Liquid natural gas is better known as methane. To make the methane gas a liquid form, it needs to be stored at minus 162 degrees centigrade.
It's stored at quite a high pressure and it's extremely cold and it's extremely flammable. But I don't want to imagine what it'd be like if you were to plunge your hand into a vat of the stuff. I can imagine it stripping the skin from your fingers and down to the bone, probably, it's that cold. I suppose it could be very much like the scene from Terminator 2 when it absolutely disintegrates and gets smashed to bits.
John's fuel tank is essentially a giant thermos flask, since the temperature of the fuel needs to be low to prevent it turning back into gas and evaporating into thin air. John is heading 80 miles from Wakefield to Stobart's Barden depot near Leicester, but it's not going to be straightforward. The police have closed the exit he needs.
Well, that's not very good. Accident on slip road, and it happens to be the slip road that we want. We've got blues and twos over there. Looks like a lorry's gone over. Yeah, you want to know the dangers of the job? There you go. That's not what you want to see. I just hope he's all right.
The accident means John's having to take a detour, costing him an extra 10 minutes.
Need to fly.
Before he unloads his trailer, he needs to check in at the Barden Warehouse Transport Office, but another driver is holding him up.
It's a matter of professional pride. I want to be there on time. I don't want to be late. It means I'm not doing my job properly. I don't even think he's in the right place, which is more than a bit annoying. Time to move.
John is swapping his trailer load of eggs from the factory for a ready loaded trailer of assorted eggs for the supermarket. Stobart's Barden warehouse is their biggest at over 500,000 square feet, the size of 10 football pitches. It only contains products from leading food manufacturer Nestlé and can store up to 100,000 pallets at any one time. It runs 24/7 on an automated system. Pallets are loaded by forklift onto a conveyor belt and then transported to one of 14 space-age cranes, which whiz them off into storage at the speed of a tube train. When they're ready to make their journey to a customer, they're sorted, then loaded onto a trailer.
That's what you call Easter eggs. Proper bona fide Easter eggs.
Loaded with the supermarket's order of a variety of chocolate eggs, John now has under 2 hours to make his delivery. The 90-mile journey will take him from Barden to the supermarket's warehouse in Scunthorpe, Lincolnshire.
We are winging our way to Scunthorpe with the best part of 4,000 assorted Easter eggs, which is, by anybody's standards, that's a lot of chocolate. Let's just hope now we get it there by 5 o'clock.
It's John's final drop of the day, and he wants to make it there before the supermarket warehouse closes.
It's getting on towards 10 to 5, and I'm still not there.
But John's journey turns out to be hassle-free, and the Scunthorpe distribution centre is a welcome sight. But it's still touch and go if he'll make it there for his 5 o'clock deadline.
Just got to get it in now, get it on a bay, get the stuff off, and my day will be complete. We is in. 16:55. Hey?
Arriving on time is making John hop with happiness.
I always enjoy doing deliveries on time. That's it. I'm 43 years old.
Paperwork signed and John's job is done.
How quality is that? 5 o'clock on the nail. I mean, that's what you call precision driving. I am possibly the best driver you've ever met.
And the next day, the supermarket shelves are laden with Easter goodies. Tramper Mark Dixon's week is taking him on a magical mystery tour of Britain. He started his week in the Midlands, survived a London delivery, and is now waking up in a glamorous lay-by in South Wales.
Right, tea's done. Let's start this day.
Mark's been parked up just off the M4, where he's about to do a pickup at the Tesco distribution centre at Magor near Newport. His first port of call is the transport office to pick up his trailer, and it's good news. He's off to holiday hotspot Cornwall.
Are we all sorted now? Surf's up, dude. Cheers, lads. Hello. See you later on. We've now got us loads for Cornwall, so plenty of time to go get some Cornish pasty, do a bit of surfing, check out the birds, bit of suntan lotion because it's a nice sunny day, not?
And he's got a load of beers in the back.
Ooh, booze. I think there's a couple of surfboards in there.
Fully laden with all the holiday essentials, he's ready and raring to go on his Cornish booze cruise.
Ding dang do! Yeah, what people would love to know what's in the back of my trailer, Bit of a party bus.
Yorkshireman Mark is heading a long way from home. The 183-mile journey will take him from Magor to a store in Redruth, Cornwall, one of Stobart's most southerly drop-offs, only 24 miles north of Land's End. But first, he's got to find his way out of Wales.
We're just going past Clan, yeah. We're just going past this village here on the left-hand side. It's a quarter of a mile away. It's called, that's whatever that says there. Yeah, when we get onto the M5, obviously, I start seeing signs that I can read.
The River Severn marks the border between Wales and England. And the mile-long Severn Bridge is notorious for its potentially catastrophic crosswinds.
Obviously, on a bridge this high like this, and it's open, the wind speed is 10 times stronger than what it is when you're on like this sort of road now. Hold on with both hands, put your seatbelt on and kiss your ass a few times.
With the bridge towering a staggering 430 feet above the deadly currents of the Severn estuary, Every driver breathes a sigh of relief when they make it to the other side.
That's it now, we're almost across the water now, we're back in England now.
And Mark's in an optimistic mood.
If you look in the distance, you can just see the sun coming out a little bit. Mark Dixon brings the sunshine. Wherever I go, the sun is shining. We have got clear blue skies. I might even have to put my sunglasses on. Yeah, man.
Trucking long distances can get monotonous. But when you're Mark Dixon, you can even find entertainment on 90 miles of dual carriageway.
Tinhay. Where do you live? I come from Tinhay. Sorry, people of Tinhay. You know, when you're a lorry driver, it's amazing what things will amuse you. You know, you got to do something exciting. If it means reading a sign, whatever it says, and you read the signs, whatever it says. All part of the journey, innit? All part of being a diesel gypsy.
Mark's exciting journey's flown by, and he arrives at Redruth on time. All he has to do is pull off a tricky blindside reverse off the main road onto the loading bay with his fully laden 44-ton Alcopop Arctic.
What? I don't want to blow me on trumpet here, but do you see that? I did that in one manoeuvre.
Mark helps the West Country warehouseman unload the trailer of beer.
Does I like the booze down here?
You're not the first driver to say that.
And in no time at all, the trailer is almost empty.
Rock and roll. Another job done. Another happy customer.
Mark hasn't got any more jobs booked in for the rest of the day, so with the sun out, he's forming a plan.
My deck chair's fixed to the back of the cab, you never know.
On his way back up north, Mark pulls over to grab a bite of local lunch, and his plans for an easy afternoon are taking shape.
It ain't exactly the seaside, but it's somewhere to have a break. Make the most of what we've got, eh? I could have done with a beach and a surfboard. I've ended up with a bit of grass, some sheep and the sun. Oh, Sean! Sean, sheep! Been surfing today?
Well rested, carefree and with no deadlines to meet, Mark continues his leisurely journey.
Oh! Ah, we're getting there, kid, we're getting there.
There's nothing a Stobart planner hates more than a driver with an empty trailer. It costs the company £1.50 per mile in fuel and driver's wages. So Mark's planner, Gary, has quickly found him a collection.
Yeah, they've changed the work.
All right, what have I got now then?
They're giving you a creditor.
I know a creditor, mate. That's a place where it bloody smashes a lorry up trying to get in.
Crediton is 100 miles northeast in Devon, and it means Mark's trailer will be loaded for the rest of his journey back to the Midlands.
Obviously, my holiday's been cancelled. To get a reload round here is few and far between. He's got me a paying load, which for the company is absolutely brilliant. We've got work to do.
Mark's leisurely run back is no longer. He's got to get his pickup done before he drives beyond his 13-hour legal driving limit.
The pressure's on now, mate, the pressure's on.
To add to his stress levels, he's got to arrive at the depot before they wind down for the day. And to get there, he'll have to deal with Devon's devilish country lanes.
Now we've come off the main drag now and onto the little roads, all the way up to where we want to be. Yeah, I mean, delivery, we're kind of a bit fine. I'm not 100% sure it's going to be open when we get there. Well, I'll do my best. Trust us to be stuck behind a bloody bus. Always helps.
To top it all, Mark can't find the depot, but it's an unwritten code that the trucking brotherhood always helps each other out.
Milk link processing, your yard, where is it? Straight down?
Yeah, straight down. Well, basically, it's not this left, but the next left.
Cheers, mate, ta.
As Mark arrives at the UHT milk storage facility, it looks like staff are about to head home. He needs to get loaded quick. His 13-hour shift is about to run out. A computerised system in the cab will alert his planners if he exceeds these hours, meaning he could face a fine or even lose his HGV licence.
It's open. I've got two loads to get on, so I've got 50 minutes to do it. I ain't got time to piss around. I need to get this on and get gone.
The heat is on.
Bonus. It's looking good. It's now got half an hour ready to get loaded, do my curtains up to get out of here. All flags up now for the lady. Come on. That's me, milked up. Milky, milky.
After a speedy load and just 20 minutes later, he has to make a dash to the office to get his paperwork complete.
Who said load driving and keeping fit, eh? Spot on. You have a good one. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. No problem. Half an hour after my card. Good job.
And it's mission accomplished. Now he needs to find a safe lay-by for the night.
I've got half an hour now to get out there and get packed up. Night is dawning. My bed is calling.
Fully loaded with 15,000 pints of long-life milk, Mark has to take the windy lanes carefully whilst keeping an eye out for a decent parking space for a 14-wheel juggernaut.
I'm on a narrow road, it's dark, can't see where I'm going, and I'm running out of time. This is where you've really got to use some stairs. I've got bends that you probably wouldn't want to put your missus' car around. I've got to do it in a 45-foot lorry. And that was tight. Jesus Christ. When you're on a little road like this, when you're empty, it's not a problem. When you're on a little road like this and you're loaded, it slows you down a hell of a lot. Can't drop it down another gear now. Drop it down a gear, the truck will stop.
With such a heavy load, Mark needs to keep his momentum up. And it's not just getting up the hills that's a challenge. His air brakes are also taking a pounding.
If you keep hammering your brakes, they'll stop working, basically. You'll get what's called brake fade. When you're like going down a hill and you're worrying a little bit because you know if your brakes are going to be working when you get to the bottom, that's driving. Going up a hill at 5 miles an hour, then change gear because your truck will stop, that's driving. Come on!
With minutes to go before his legal driving hours are up, the comforting glow of a town is a welcome sight. He finds a space on the edge of an industrial estate and literally has minutes to park up before he feels the full wrath of the UK lorry law.
Dixon, done. 1 minute left. And we park for the night. This is where we are staying.
Trampers prefer to spend the night at the safety of a Stobart depot, but when needs must, any legal space big enough will do.
This isn't the best spot, but it's home for tonight, you know.
Every day is a roller coaster ride for hardcore trampers like Mark, and today's been no exception.
What you've just seen just then is what you get. Yeah, that's UK truck driving for you.
Coming up, Mark shows Stobart's own Slovakian sweetheart his pride and joy.
Look at the size. It's great, isn't it?
And gets her earning her keep.
That's it, you're doing very well.
Tramper Mark Dixon is at the end of a long week on the road. He's travelled over 1,000 miles, seen the bright lights of London, and enjoyed the delights of the Cornish countryside. Now he's on his way back to his home depot of Crick in the Midlands.
We've nearly landed.
But his working week isn't quite over. Mark's got one more assignment. He's picking up a load of deodorant from one of Stobart's massive warehouses, and he's going to have an extra passenger with him for the delivery.
I'm going over to one of our warehouses to pick up one of the girls that work in there called Yana. Apparently she loves lorries, and she's going to get a taste of what we do today. If she wants to enjoy my job and do my job, then I'll show her how to do it, and I'll just sit and watch.
28-year-old Jana Zelkoza moved to England from Slovakia 6 years ago, and she's been driving forklifts for Stobart for the last 3 years.
I've never been a girly girl. I actually never liked to work in the office. I prefer a job between the men's, do with the men's work in the warehouse.
Jana's job involves shifting thousands of pallets a week in and out of waiting trucks, but she's not lost her feminine side.
I always have my mirror in my pocket. I'm really still female. I mean, I still do my nails and I put in makeup on and try to do my hair. Oh, and I want to look pretty every day.
Makes a change from all the other blokes, mate, to be quite honest. Someone nice to talk to.
Have a lovely day anyway. See you later, mate. Take care.
She's got a licence to drive vehicles around the warehouse, but now she's got her sights set on bigger and better things.
What I would like to do is to be actually truck driver for Eddie Stobart company.
Stobart has a policy of helping a limited number of employees like Jana get their HGV licence, and it's not cheap. The course costs $3.5 grand. Before they make such an investment, they need to know Jana is serious about making the move from forklifts to Arctics. So Mark Dixon has arrived to give Jana a taste of life on the road.
Hello!
Hello, you all right?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
You're coming with me, aren't you?
Yeah.
for an exciting day in the Stobart lorry.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. Yeah, I heard today.
By the end of the day, you'll probably be bored of me.
But first, she's got to load him up with 30,000 cans of deodorant destined for Stratford-upon-Avon.
I'll show you my lorry.
All right, I'm excited to see.
This is the Phoebe Grace.
Look at the size. It's great, isn't it?
And this here is your seat for the day.
Wow, very nice.
First impressions are positive, but Mark is quick to explain it's not just a job, but a way of life.
So basically, this is my living room, my bedroom, everything.
With the guided tour complete, it's on to the job itself.
It is literally like driving a car. So is this the first time you've been in a lorry then, yeah?
Yes, this is my first time.
First experience?
Yes.
But you'll be right. I say you pass your test and every day is another day, another place learned, a bit more experience under your belt.
I hope so.
It's a 40-mile trip from the Stobart warehouse in Crick to the storage facility near Stratford. It's a routine delivery for Mark, but for Jana, it's a chance to voice her fears about life on the road.
Don't you feel sometimes lonely to be, on your own, drive the truck, no one's next to you, not company?
Yeah, I suppose it can be lonely, but my best mate, he's a lorry driver as well, and, well, we spend a hell of a lot of time on the phones.
Jana is getting a real insight into the trucker's life, and it's giving her ideas.
Well, if this is my truck, I will have probably just a calendar. It wouldn't be with the trucks, it will be with fully naked men to keep me happy.
I'll stick to my trucks.
Before Jana has a chance to redesign Mark's cab, they've arrived at their drop-off.
Here we go!
Right, we've got his gloves on. So basically now, this trailer, we need to undo it so we can get the fork truck on the pallets and take the pallets off.
All right.
Driving is only part of a trucker's job. They also have to prep and pull back their curtains ready for unloading. So Mark puts Jana to work.
She's getting there, she'll get there, she'll do it.
Feels good, my first curtains open, it feels good,
She did a good job, I actually got it all open, so we'll leave it to the other side.
Mark's taking full advantage of his helping hand and decides to put his feet up.
She can come more often, I think. I say, keep going. You've only got number 4 more to do.
Are you nice and relaxed?
Yeah, I'm all right, yeah.
Yeah?
Pull it back now from there. Hey, look, professional.
Now that all 14 pallets of deodorant have been forklifted off the trailer, Jana shows off her newly found skills and fastens the curtains in no time at all.
She's not scared to get her hands dirty and get involved in it, so yeah. She'll make a truck driver.
Jana has impressed Mark so far, but now he's going to test her navigational skills on Britain's roads.
So wherever you tell me to go, I'm just going to go.
Okay.
Sorry, Mr. Stobart, for waste of fuel.
Only thing what I think that I will be worried about is because I'm not from England, I'm from Slovakia, that I will be lost. On the roundabout, turn left, or turn right all around and go that way, or turn left there.
Turn left? I'll have to go right around the back now, hang on then.
Turn right. All around the roundabout. And then like it's the Texaco petrol station, straight. This is what I say in first place.
Mark decides that enough is enough and retakes control to get them back to base.
Did you enjoy your little adventure then?
Yes, I did. It was fantastic. Thank you very much for everything you showed me and told me, what to do to be a good lorry driver.
Well,
really
hopefully one day you can take my place.
Jana is now on the waiting list to become a Stobart driver and hopes that this time next year she'll have swapped her forklift for her very own truck. Next week on Eddie Stobart Trucks and Trailers.
We crossed the border into Germany.
It's pedal to the metal as Stobart hit the Autobahn.
We go past that fast sometimes that the cab actually shakes.
The army invades a Stobart depot.
Not every day you have 50 soldiers sort of stopping in your warehouses, is it?
And love is in the air for one Stobart couple.
Been engaged now for 9 years. So I've decided next year we're going to get married.
God almighty.
He sounds happy about it. So the pen is mightier than the sword, or is it? Meet crime writer turned super sleuth in the series premiere of Castle next. on Channel 5.